abusuan for issue bakwa e wo ho sisi Ghana for bobo hu aye hwehwe mu a just investigation ni nyam beto Japat obia aye alert e twen say ba ye be hu no cry wo mu eye na seni esi ye e wo parliament house ye kiremu a ye maame a wo ye MP for Domekwabrenya aye Sarah Adwoa Sarfo amma parliament house na so obi begina na name according to mama ne de onu ankasa ene ba ho no munjai se ne muka abusuan update aba fa ho na nsemu a eba na ekwaso nyina ekiremu a nipa wo tai ade wo yachi nipa ogbo echi domu nipa ne nsa sha ase na kwan ofa so na parliament ewi o masetena no pabam wo so Agyapong be se yankokura na obi amam mehu wani mama ochina nkoyankwa nkonya se enye obi ase MP for Ascent Central honorable Canadian compare ko hini Agyapong ebusuan ye nyina ye ni relationship a edasa MP mienu we entema na se MPC ntema bakra abemunti no obi ntimi nkire kwan a omo befa so be live your life or parliamental but asama mafo kan say sense honorable Canadian enim say bia niamafo be hu ana na mafo kan no create no omo wie asese parliament pe anobi ekwan mu osori ye edi kan anche ene maame Adwoa Sarfo ensu osori ye edi na ji ene videos bia ewo ha mafo che ne okọ various blogs na captions ahodo how MP Agyapong help Adwoa Sarfo imposter Adwoa Sarfo to escape parliament say enye asem keto a omodi atoju amafo che ma MP no so nipa say nipa na nya Adwoa Sarfo no so bo aya wanyade eni hwemu endi sifo so mo ye no omon ka omo ho no mo nya ne ntem na mo de ba na enye Adwoa Sarfo pampa no call parliament ada ne dia na end the new Pl0t party MP before e will be chire Ghana for explanations there mo de beba pa and Adwoa Sarfo so ne ho ba chire no e ho be hia kra se obesi form kra and MP ni minister kra na ye de ediaman and na ensem amanfo ka about mama Adwoa Sarfo me say ensem enye ne na etu obetwa ade chi ese ye onu enye onu a ene kra de ese ono bo Canada Agyapong ene boa no enodwane fi parliament house 10 yesa na nkeja ye pa no eche ne se wo nya Adwoa Sarfo
ichakese nkoma etifo ne ahwefo a munyina monya breath from your busy schedule some of share. You see, first of all, let's pay attention to this video, the video on the screens. Say you follow the course so I share a bra Adwoa Sarfo right inside no she was reserved. Now, one of the key issues, you should video no rabbi can't say be a better the BC the India Agyapong a bemo. Adwoa Sarfo are very loud in parliament argument in terms of a year what do you call it budget near the she's very loud. Okay, cry last year a brana yes swear in a year MPs be or more year speaker of parliament. Okay, say video pictures about Adwoa Sarfo she was almost going to fight so she's a very verbal and a very active person in parliament. But this Adwoa Sarfo that we saw it was opposite of the person. Bimu argue say because Okoyache she took a long break when him say no nyimo said then or two quine into a buy and that's our break the stress and that's the first time
you observe it
exactly so people are saying say that Adwoa Sarfo we knew it's not the Adwoa Sarfo now we saw that day but a bit of bet nas no MPs Bibri but it was just in the screens MPs Bibri calling chain and then they call bon commonia but she did not take off her mask. Remember, I said the protocols in parliament actually say MP need to have their masks on or to observe the COVID-19 protocol. Fast forward, Brian Semne calls a session and then you second Agyapong as all your call. If you are looking and watching the videos on the screen, like Agyapong F5 phone tone or so. Agyapong 5 phone tone so sorry a pen within just split second and Adwoa Sarfo sorry. If you look at the video carefully, realize second Agyapong or your rights and all one side rights and obi ewo infinity and sana a person obi infinity that person after that person owo infinity Adwoa Sarfo. So Adwoa Sarfo was on the left, Agyapong was on the right, and there was a mediator in the middle and also MP. But we share the transition like Agyapong sorry and listen Adwoa Sarfo sorry and so now show on the screen you think say okay perhaps no omunya clue be say I didn't ask a teacher man for the suspect Agyapong sorry and I don't know how come the whole thing was being captured into Agyapong sorry pa or the phone tone and so no oh yes or sorry Adwoa Sarfo so sorry but if you look at a brand new P Agyapong at the far top which means Agyapong went to the north and Adwoa Sarfo far south.
And before Adwoa Sarfo cry, I believe I also can be go be assumed.
Yes, that's na or chiasa or jin chiasa and none home
hurry no.
None home hurry no.
Security will say
good. Yes, so you can say ocean transition now. Adiana very very skeptical, but Agyapong went to the top. So this is the scenario I'm for a painter say. This whole thing was orchestrated. It's not the real Adwoa Sarfo. It was planned. There was an impersonator, and the person who impersonated Adwoa Sarfo knew the consequences. And the person who aided this impersonator, Agyapong. But I've seen the videos. I've watched the videos.
One friend is a person.
Yes, and I can confirm say yes. Yes, and people are arguing to the fact say because we related na Agyapong anyone but you see, let's take all of those in form. My video no me zoom in Adwoa Sarfo.
Okay.
My three things. Share nipe bia wo wiase bia mo ye twins kran so ye wo ntem o che o de o hwe won sa left and right ko tum se ba ko so sen ba ko ya so yi kra e wo etwetwa e ho kra na wo hwe mu ro mu ye bo se ase ba ko tare ho yie e na ba
ko pere ne ho bi
good ye nye ni kra e different even though it the same no alignment in perfectly but wo hwe Adwoa Sarfo video na me de nyama me ensa pe and the confirm is Adwoa Sarfo number 1 this side the cheek ni cheek no eba ni cheekbone no number 1 the second one na so
okay
the third one ni kon wa etwitwa sa Adwoa Sarfo bitima impersonator or send say dia ene waya ade
ye mani koye
yes but when I zoom the video I watch the video Adwoa Sarfo Adwoa Sarfo 100% Adwoa Sarfo.
Asem yi kwaso unim say abrante bi hu aba asem. We say e discuss me say ye Adwoa Sarfo bi say nya Adwoa Sarfo. Abrante bi ye say oye ba didi de ba achemfo em so ye NDC na Peace FM so on no so nipa na obegin ma no as Adwoa Sarfo no. Yenko bi sa ne se hwan ye say Efiakoto chief by ne yere Efiakoto. Na Efiakoto de boka so ntwa de nan ba kokra men PPA obetwa men PPA ase bi na nadan kokufuado nti no ono se Efiakoto eni nipa okogine mu Adwoa Sarfo en Efiakoto so lawyers abaponti chima wan be retract and apologize within 48 hours no obeti omonka e wo court nti no na say nipa na small can say yanka say yo no sa brand na e ka say Efiakoto eni nipa okogine mu ana so ni imposter na ye hu no Parliament House as Adwoa Sarfo no yeso he ba me Efiakoto na ye Adwoa Sarfo sunsuye wo mani ni makeups dodo a makeup artist etimechi ye ma me Efiakoto etena ase ne sa
me no only make us say I make sure some go share Efiakoto ni pictures and I can tell you say enye Efiakoto now my main reason why enye Efiakoto uche ni ti ebe pem ne kon a the distance is short the distance
ni kon
good ni kon enwa what am I say ni kon enwa but wo hwe Adwoa Sarfo the distance from the kon ebesi ni ti na very short Adwoa Sarfo de ni wa long secondly too wo hwe Efiakoto a Efiakoto yi a ye kana say ni kon entwitwa aye
te say mama Adwoa Sarfo de
good Adwoa Sarfo see mama kan tro ohu gift auntie no she nose mask kra na ni kon po
e kire o say mama gift auntie
Efiakoto ni kon twitwa aye lines are and that lady way ni kon Adwoa Sarfo kon is the same thing unless of course they can give us a vivid account what am I say okowo shu why na ne kasa aye yen compare yen contrast no yen fan to we yen the difference but up to 94 so mo ye proof majority so say yen ye proof no ye try the beba but me scrutinize video no kuku ba kokra be kasa why the checks investigation Adwoa Sarfo I think all of these things no emboa Ghana if this is really false news say enya Adwoa Sarfo ne ye high only the debate emboa Ghana
because of 2022 budget.
Yes, because we are deviating from the issue. See, issue Ghana enye e-levy biemu. Adwoa Sarfo. Is it Adwoa Sarfo or not? Part 1, 2, and 3. Meanwhile, see, and let me tell you something. See, in man passed 2022 budget, do you know what will happen? Ghana, you be bankrupt too. Your economy never sink. Per the laws and statutory codes of Ghana, if you don't pass a budget for the next year, you can't do anything because budget needs to say, HSA ska ho, you allocate ska. Intimu allocate ska. Why a bit many ska say they go to your teachers? Why a bit many ska say they go to your doctors?
On a strike,
good.
Already teachers for
exactly.
something December.
Good. Yes, and if you look at the thing carefully, Krana, aside from all the monies we are also bringing up income generation, revenue generation, all of these things. If we pass
the budget
this year without doing the budget, that is why the president have brought the travel ban. You into ECG workers. We need to pass it before the year end. And rather unfortunately, you are not thinking about this issue. All we are thinking about is Adwoa Sarfo. It's not Adwoa Sarfo. I think in as much as politics is being in play, we need to be very careful. I've watched the video. I think it is Adwoa Sarfo. I don't think it's any impersonator. I think that day she wanted to be quiet. I don't know Sokowo Abrucha, but I think that day she wanted to be quiet.
But a day after Assembly, she was loud in Parliament. Only Mr. Speaker to drink more. Mr. Speaker, I was here yesterday. It was me. It's about for.
Are you saying a day after or a day before?
After I didn't see it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because she had to come and talk because wako Parliament, MP wako Parliament, ubedu fi say.
Wamba.
Obina ebesha wanemu. Then come the next day. Won't you talk or defend yourself? Yes. So she has to talk. She has to talk. But I also support that we need to investigate this. We need to look at it very carefully. If this has happened, the reason why we have rules and regulations is because of Nyama ACC. It may be ACC Biano, it may be rules and regulations. If this is the case, I think Parliament should have a P-pass. Me and I suggest a P-pass. A parliamentarian pass. Before any parliament and our MP be chambers in Makotana. I was all day. Or swipe a card, and I also using the biometric. No day say okay, or best swipe a card, and also we use biometric. Biometric no reject here, which means you're not the real person. That is, I remember as I've been to some TV stations, even before you enter their studios, you need a pass, a fingerprint. And yes, I get in B. Ghana's Parliament, we can do that. This can solve the issue. Talking about the E-levy, how would it help Ghana? If are we scrapping it off? Yes, scrapping it off. Would it help? And Kaswa two boot no so or major two boots in but any difference? Still heavy traffic. Traffic
and no soon see manage back. Still, it's almost more evidence. And this for us, who maybe I'm confirm evidence. Simple, mammy, I just have no nigga no buy. Mokotoka, Mokoye. Investigation or move on and find the passport. I do the Bedu Ghana, crabby dear dances, so but Parliament, I don't know, and I say one Parliament.